Welcome to Neuropulse. Today, we are discussing a biological state that every human experiences, yet very few know how to control: stress and anxiety. Most people think of stress as an emotional reaction to external events, but in reality, stress is a physiological response. It is a specific state of your nervous system that is designed to move you toward action. When you feel stressed, your body is shifting into what we call the sympathetic nervous system, or the fight or flight mode. Your heart rate increases, your pupils dilate, and your breathing becomes shallow. This was great for our ancestors running away from predators, but in modern-day London, New York, or Toronto, this system is being triggered by emails, traffic, and social media. The problem is that many of us are stuck in this high-alert state, leading to burnout and cognitive decline. To control this, we must understand the vagus nerve and the brain-body loop. You cannot simply think your way out of stress. You cannot tell your mind to calm down when your body is in a state of high arousal. Instead, you must use mechanical tools to signal the brain that it is safe to downregulate. Today, I'm going to give you the most powerful, science-backed tool for immediate stress reduction, the physiological sigh. This is a specific breathing pattern discovered by physiologists in the 1930s that can lower your heart rate in real time. It is the fastest way to flip the switch from the sympathetic system back to the parasympathetic nervous system, allowing you to regain focus and calm in under 60 seconds. Part 2, the physiological sigh protocol. The physiological sigh consists of 2 deep inhales, triggers a specific set of neurons in the brainstem to release norepinephrine, adrenaline. This narrowing of vision is synonymous with a narrowing of the mind. It is a high arousal state. If you stay in focal vision for too long, as many office workers in New York or London do, your brain stays in a state of low-level anxiety all day. To break this loop, you must utilize panoramic vision, also known as optic flow, by softening your gaze and allowing your eyes to perceive the entire room. Seeing the floor, the ceiling, and the walls to your left and right without moving your head, you are performing a neurological handshake with your nervous system. Panoramic vision activates the parasympathetic nervous system. It sends a direct signal to the brain that says there is no immediate threat in the environment. This is why walking in nature or looking at the ocean is so relaxing. It's not just the scenery, it's the expansion of your visual field. The Huberman protocol for high-stress environments: every 20 minutes, look away from your screen and move into panoramic vision for 60 seconds. This prevents the accumulation of visual stress and keeps your baseline anxiety low. Part 4, cortisol, adrenaline, and the alarm system. To truly master stress, we must talk about the stress molecules, cortisol and adrenaline, epinephrine. In the USA and Canada, there is a massive misunderstanding about cortisol. People think it is evil. In reality, cortisol is essential. You actually want a large pulse of cortisol early in the morning. This is what wakes you up and prepares your immune system. However, you want that cortisol to drop as the day progresses. The danger occurs when you have a blunted morning peak and an elevated evening peak. If your adrenaline stays high at 9 p.m., your brain cannot enter the glymphatic wash phase we discussed in the sleep video. This leads us to the cold water trigger. Paradoxically, exposing yourself to deliberate cold, like a 2-minute cold shower, causes a massive spike in adrenaline. You might ask, why would I want more adrenaline if I'm stressed? The answer lies in stress inoculation. By forcing yourself to stay calm during a cold shower, you are training your prefrontal cortex to maintain control even when the body is screaming in a stress state. This top-down control is what allows elite performers to stay calm during a stock market crash or a high-stakes business deal. Part 5, the chemical toolkit, supplements for stress anxiety. While behavioral tools like the physiological sigh and panoramic vision are your first line of defense, we can supplement the nervous system to improve its resilience. In the neurobiology of stress, we are primarily trying to balance 2 neurotransmitters: glutamate, the gas pedal, and GABA, the brake pedal. 1, ashwagandha, the cortisol buffer. In the USA, ND Canada, ashwagandha has become incredibly popular, but it is often misused. Ashwagandha is an adaptogen that significantly lowers cortisol. Clinical trials show it can reduce perceived stress by up to 30%. However, the Huberman protocol is this: do not take it chronically. High-dose ashwagandha for more than 2 weeks can lead to emotional blunting. It is best used during specific periods of high stress, not as a permanent daily supplement. 2, L-theanine, the precision tool found naturally in green tea. L-theanine is a powerful modulator of the alpha wave brain activity. It increases GABA levels without causing sedation. If you are a coffee drinker in a high-paced city like London or Toronto, pairing 100 milligrams to 200 milligrams of L-theanine with your caffeine can eliminate the jitters and the anxiety that often comes with stimulant use. It allows for calm focus. Magnesium glycinate. Magnesium is involved in over 300 enzymatic reactions, but magnesium glycinate specifically is bound to the amino acid glycine, which is inhibitory, calming to the brain. Taking this in the evening helps to quiet the neuronal chatter that keeps people awake at night due to anxiety. 4. The warning on alcohol. We must address a common mistake in Western culture using alcohol to relax. While alcohol technically increases GABA, making you feel relaxed initially, the brain reacts by increasing glutamate to compensate. This leads to what we call hangxiety the next day, a state of heightened anxiety because your brain's gas pedal is now stuck to the floor. Part 6, final protocol, the 24-hour calm. To wrap up this deep dive for Neuropulse, let's build your daily stress resilience protocol. Morning, get sunlight and do a 2-minute cold shower to inoculate yourself against stress early. During work, use Panoramic Vision every 20 minutes. If you feel a spike in anxiety, perform 3 physiological sighs. Evening, avoid bright artificial light to keep your habenula, the brain's disappointment center, from being triggered. Before bed, use magnesium glycinate and deep breathing to ensure your nervous system has fully shifted into the parasympathetic state. By taking control of these biological levers, you move from being a victim of your environment to being the master of your internal state. I'm Andrew Huberman, and this is Neuropulse. Thank you for your interest in science.